This weekend I'm going to the South Carolina Gun School, and we're going to be taking a defensive carbine class with Mike Lau and Ron Arcega. And these guys, I did a defensive pistol class a few months ago. And so we're going to be going down, they built a new range down in Nichols, South Carolina. And we're going to be going down this weekend on Saturday and doing a shoot. And we're going to be getting some trigger time. We're going to get real familiar, even more familiar with our firearms. But what's really important is getting the training you need. Going to a range, sitting at a bench, and shooting is good. You need to do that. You'll learn your accuracy. You'll become more familiar with your firearm. But getting out and doing some running and getting behind barriers and learning a lot of different techniques from those who've been there and done that, it's really incredible. So can't wait to go this weekend. So one of the things I wanted to show you is to show you the gear I'm taking, because you know, a lot of times we set up our gear and we don't really know where, you know, what we need to add to it or what we need to be doing. So I just thought it'd be great to show you the gear that I have, that I'm taking, and I've gone down a list of things that they explain in the school that you need. And maybe you can fill some holes in your gear, or even more importantly to me, if there's something you see that I should add to it, please leave a comment below. Now, of course, one of the most important things about a defensive carbine class is the carbine. And whether it's an AR-15 M4 style rifle, an AK-47, you might even want to go with something like a 308, which is an H&K or an FAL, or an M1A. My choice is the AR-15 platform in the 223. Of course, even in that, there are a lot of different calibers. But the main thing is to have a good quality, reliable, accurate weapon that you can take to be able to train with. And this is a Bushmaster. I've had this particular gun for probably 20 years and just really love this rifle. And some of the things that I'm just going to show you about this rifle, it does have the Magpul CTR stock. And I'm actually getting ready to do a review between the CTR and the Mo stock and what the difference is. But we'll get into that later. Taking Magpul mags. Also have, of course, my ACOG for my optics. It's 4 power. But if you've done close quarter combat type stuff, type training, you'll realize that this is really an excellent scope even for that. And of course I have my backup sights on top, and I have a Magpul backup sight here. I have a Hogue pistol grip, rubberized pistol grip. Then I have an AB Arms handguard. This is one of my favorite handguards for the AR-15. And in fact, I just ordered one in dark earth. So that should be coming right away. And so I'll be showing you that as well. He's done a little bit of some improvements over even this first gen. Just an excellent handguard. Instead of having a pistol grip, I have a little bit of a grip here that I like to use. And because I'm driving all that way and I don't want to take any chances, I'm going to take my secondary rifle as well. This is also a Bushmaster. It has a Tapco system, Tapco stock. It does have a Magpul mag here. But this is the CMR by Leatherwood Hilux. Really love this scope. It's a 1x4. So really great, called a dangerous game scope. Many of you that followed my channel, you know that this, I'm very pleased with this scope. While I have that rifle out, I'm just going to show you the sling system that I use for it. This is a US Grunt Gear 2-point sling that also converts into 1-point. And just an excellent sling system. I really like the conversion, the 1 to 2 point. Sometimes 1 point is good, but a lot of times, because it just beats you to death, I really like to have the 2-point option. Now, one of the things I love about the AR-15, especially the M4 style rifles, is that they're very lightweight, very maneuverable. So because of that, I really don't like a lot of accessories on my gun to weigh it down. One of the things that I do like, though, is to have a light. And this is one of the Jet Beam 3M military tactical lights, and I've done a review on this, even with this extended fingers for the bezel. Of course, this can come off. This can actually be used as a defensive weapon. Excellent light. Got this at Going Gear. Quick detach mount to it, so I can add it to my rifle, and then if I want to take it off, I can. It doesn't add a whole lot of weight, but I just really like to do some training with the light in place. And of course, I do carry a cleaning kit and a parts kit. I have an AR-15 parts kit in here in case I have any issues in the field. I can replace them, and it's just great to have this, and also just to clean your rifle, because we're shooting 700 rounds of ammo, and it's just really good to have something to keep your gun clean. And also along that same line, I have a Mutt multi-tool. designed specifically for the AR-15 rifle. It's really great to have this, especially if I'm down there out of town and need something. This tool pretty much takes care of it. Of course, I'm using Magpul P-Mags all the way around. I'm carrying 7 mags. Actually, it only calls for 5, but I'm going to go ahead and carry 7 down to have them loaded. I may carry some extras just to have them loaded, but I really like the P-Mags. Nothing against the aluminum old GI mags. I have a bunch of those that I've used for years. Love them as well. Now, one of the requirements for the class is to have a pistol. We're going to be doing some transitions, and so I wanted to bring my Beretta. I typically shoot Glock, usually in competitions, but I wanted just to bring my Beretta 92 to get some trigger time with it, a little bit of some training. And so for the class itself, I wanted to get one of these SOC G-code holsters, and just an excellent holster system. Has the guard here as well, so we're going to be trying this out. I haven't even reviewed this yet, but of course that's going to be part of what I'm doing this weekend, going down and shooting it so I can really do a fair review on this holster system. And then of course I'm going to need some extra mags, which I have right here in the G-code mag carrier. Which really leads us to another fact, is our ammunition. And we need 700 rounds of rifle ammunition, and then I need 200 rounds of pistol ammunition. And one of the things I want to do is I want to thank HPR. They are just incredible. A great company out of Payson, Arizona, and everything's made right here in the USA. The guys at HPR wanted to send some ammo to sponsor the shoot, and so it was just a really wonderful blessing. And so I'm actually going to be wearing this HPR hat, which I've worn before. But just really great ammunition. One of the requirements of the course, of course, is a good chest rig, something that you can carry your magazines. And so this is, I'm carrying my mid-size US Grunt Gear chest rig. I've used this in a number of things. Excellent, awesome rig. Check out US Grunt Gear, because those guys make a lot of custom orders. In fact, that's how we found them. Was one of my best buds had one made, and it was just incredible quality. I've added another 2 mags with a flashlight. Typically I put a pistol mag in here, which I'll probably have in there as well. And then around my waist I'm going to have this Infidel war belt, and this is also from US Grunt Gear. It's a padded battle belt. Excellent. Of course, I've got my pistol on there. I've also have my Raider from G-Code. This is coming up, this review on this knife. Just an incredible knife, and we'll be looking at that a little bit later. I do have a knife here on the belt, and this is the Benchmade Adamus. And then right here I have a Maxpedition dump pouch. And then of course you've already seen my pistol mags. Very comfortable to wear all day long, and that's one of the reasons why I chose this to carry my pistol. As far as my pants, I really wanted some really good tactical pants. Of course, I've had these 511 Tac-Lite Pros for a long time. I really like these pants. Of course, your boots, very important. Got these Solomon boots. I've done a review just recently on these, so I'm really looking forward to really putting these through their paces. I know the U.S. Navy SEALs use these boots, and I'm going to tell you, from everything I've learned so far, I see why. Got these down at Going Gear, along with, in fact, I was down there the other week and I grabbed a couple of pair of these Icebreaker wool socks. Just incredible, wicks all the moisture off your feet. And so I just went ahead and have these. I still haven't even opened them yet, because I'm going to carry them down, and I'll have one for the day, and then when I finish I'm going to take them off and have another pair. Having a good pair of socks is really important. Keeps your feet from getting sweaty, and it really helps. Of course, these boots do a good job as well at that, but with these wool socks you're going to make a big difference, and Icebreaker is top of the line. You know, having ear and eye protection is very important. And I may grab the Howard Light electronic muffs to wear down there as well. Then, of course, one of the things that's even on their website, come rain or shine, they have the class. So I'm carrying my Fleckturn West German parka, just a great surplus parka, really keeps the rain off and has a nice hood on it and everything. So I'm going to take that down. Of course, having a good pair of gloves is important as well, especially if you're getting your hands down on the ground, manipulating your weapon. So gloves are important. Water hydration bladder would be nice, but they are going to provide water, but I may carry my hydration bladder as well, which is also optional on the list. So just putting together these things, I'm going to tell you, it was a good exercise. And every time I do, I get all my gear together, I realize how long it takes me to put this gear together. It forces you to make sure you've got a complete system. Of course, we'll be doing footage there at the South Carolina Gun School for the defensive carbine class, and so we'll be doing some videos and you'll be seeing it. But make sure you check out South Carolina Gun School, and it's actually scgunschools.com, and check out their schedule. And so it's just Mike Lau and Ron Arcega are really great instructors, and every time I go I learn a lot, and it really helps me to be better prepared and more confident with my firearms. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic.
Fire his hip. Because if he goes to hip area, you're going to shoot, and there's going to be no bang.
Whew, that was a lot of work putting all that gear together. But now it's done, and I'm ready to go. And better this than on my knees or tearing up my pants.